Hello everyone, this is Vaiba Anas. By profession, I am a food technologist, and before starting the video, please subscribe my channel Food Techo and hit the bell icon so that you will get notifications to all my lectures and videos. So the topic which we are going to discuss today is artificial ripening by calcium carbide and tests to determine its presence. Ethylene hormone is responsible for the natural ripening of fruits. But now, many artificial methods has also been introduced, like by using ethifone, ethylene, etc. Out of which artificial ripening by using calcium carbide is banned due to many reasons. Let us first talk about the definition of ripening. Ripening is a final stage of development of a fruit which involves series of physiological and biochemical events leading to changes in color, flavor, aroma and texture that make the fruits both attractive and tasty. During ripening, the major change occurs in the starch content. The starch in the fruit breaks down to sugar, and the fruit skin color changes green to bright red or yellow. Now let's see how does calcium carbide act as an artificial ripening hormone. Calcium carbide, once dissolved in water or when react with water, produces acetylene gas which acts as an artificial ripening agent as shown in the equation. Fruits ripened with calcium carbide are soft and have a good peel color development but are poor in flavor. Calcium carbide, popularly known as masala, is used extensively in mangoes, bananas and papayas and sometimes in apples and plums. So what is the impact of calcium carbide on human health? Calcium carbide is not grass, that is generally recognized as safe, and it is very hazardous to health. Calcium carbide can be explosive. It breaks down the organic composition of vitamins and other micronutrients present in fruits. Also, industrial grade calcium carbide is often found contaminated with trace amounts of arsenic and phosphorus, which are toxic chemicals. Now a question arises that if calcium carbide is so hazardous, then how to check its presence? If we want to know that whether calcium carbide is used for artificial ripening or not, some simple tests can be performed to check it. Let us first talk about the appearance of fruit. Here we have two pictures. The first picture is of artificially ripened banana using calcium carbide, while the second one is of naturally ripened banana. We can clearly see from both the pictures that artificial ripened banana using calcium carbide have green stalk and a lemon yellow skin with no spots on it, while the naturally ripened banana has a black stalk with brown spots on the skin. It is the easiest way to check whether the banana or any fruit is artificially ripened with calcium carbide or not. The second test is the density test. Here we have two glasses full of water. In the first glass, we have put the naturally ripened banana and we can clearly see that it sinks to the bottom. While in the second glass, we have put the artificially ripened banana using calcium carbide and we have seen that it floats to the top of the water. Now why this happens? The naturally ripened banana will sink while the artificially ripened banana using calcium carbide will float in the water. This occurs because naturally ripened banana has higher density than artificially ripened banana using calcium carbide, because calcium carbide basically produces acetylene gas which acts as a ripening agent, but it is a weak analog of ethylene. So it will not convert all the starch present in banana into sugar, making it different in densities. Another important test to perform is the starch iodine test. When starch is added to artificially ripened banana using calcium carbide, It will show a blue-black coloration because of the formation of starch-iodine complex, as acetylene gas is a weak analog of ethylene and it does not convert all of the starch present in the bananas into sugar, so a complex will be formed between starch and iodine and blue-black coloration will occur. While when starch is added to naturally ripened banana, it will not form any starch-iodine complex and no blue-black coloration will occur, as there will be no starch present and all of the starch has been converted to sugar during ripening by the ethylene hormone. Now a question arises that if acetylene is a weak analog of ethylene, then why is it used to artificially ripen the fruits? So the answer is that it is very cheap, and being cheap, that is 1 kg of this chemical costs rupees 25 to 30, which can ripen 20 tons of fruit. It is indiscriminately used by the traders in preference to other recommended practices of inducing ripening, like dipping fruits in a solution of ethyphone or exposure of fruits to ethylene gas. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for more such videos.